All right. What's going on, guys? Happy Friday. It's wonderful to see all you beautiful, shining optimists out there. And all right, so it's dropping. So we had this like solid week of gains, and the market basically gave all of it back today. So it's kind of a crazy drop that we're gonna be trading through today. And all right, so let's go ahead and dive in here. Pull this out a little bit. So we've had a really solid week. Okay, we've basically been making about over $1,000 every day in the simulator. I still haven't brought this strategy to the evaluation yet, and that's basically because I've really been wanting to dial the strategy in. I think that we got it really solid throughout the week. Now here's the tricky part. Okay, the market was basically ripping up all week. So we know that the strategy works in a bullish trend. Um, so let's go ahead and pull out on here. So this is the last 10 days. Um, Basically, this was the beginning of the week right here, and we popped off this whole thing. And we basically made about 1 to 2K. I mean, I think it was actually more like 750 to like 1,500 per day. Yesterday we ended the day of 1,800 in the sim, but you can see we basically had this super bullish trend all week long, with a little bit of a pullback here, and then a bounce off that. We rejected off this 3820 level, and then yesterday we were trading in this zone here, um, like throughout this whole area here. Was this yesterday? Just want to verify. Here's yesterday right here. Starts with the green candle. So this downward trend, we weren't trading that because it's like 3 in the morning. So we started trading right here on the stream and a little before. So this big fatty red candle followed by this green. So we traded through this whole area right in here, and this is where we shut down the stream yesterday. So basically, these four candles, starting with this red, then these two greens, then this red, and we were able to pull in almost $2,000 in profit in the sim on these four candles here. These are 30-minute candles, so that's why. What happened to the music? Just stop for a second. Like just all of a sudden. Okay. It's kind of weird because like sometimes the music will just stop, and then like I'll just have to like go click on the music page, like the page with the music, and then it'll just start without me doing anything. It's really odd. Um, so you see, looking at this on a 30-minute chart, you can see it actually rejected the Bollinger Band yesterday, and it's been pushing down since. So it actually started pushing down yesterday around 11:30. 11:30 is when it broke through this 3665 area of support, or 3765, sorry, and it's been pulling back since. Now today we have these super fatty drops starting at 5:30 in the morning. The market went boom, just dropped down, dropped its own little bomb, and I'm not exactly entirely sure why. But if I had to guess, it probably has something to do with some of the economic reports. I know they're talking about jobs reports coming out. Funny enough, I mean all the news right here is from Rum. Why is my news not linked? There. Let's see. Oil prices on track for a big week. More about oil prices. The stock market will be open on Columbus Day. Gold, silver. Gold and silver softened after the September jobs report. All right. So this is what this looks like on a 1 minute chart. We've got this very, very bearish trend. Down all the way at 36.70 on the low of the day. 7:30, so we may start to see some pops, especially since we already got this low. We've already got that low on the day there. This song is a little loud. I don't know what y'all feel. I like this song, but sometimes it's a little loud. Yeah, there we go. That's more like it. What's up, Tiny? Good late morning. Ended red yesterday, unfortunately. Everything was all over the place. So you couldn't find. Yeah, I don't know what happened yesterday with the market after I shut down the stream. But during the time that we were streaming, there was a pretty good trend. Um, so from like 7:30 to 8:30, that was pretty reasonable trend. But when I shut down the stream around 8:30, I could see the trend kind of faltering. So, and that was one of the reasons why I actually walked away. So it's like, I don't know, it just kind of feels like the trend is just like no longer there. And so that was when I walked away. All right, let's see what we got going on here right now. We did get this little pop through this off these lows from about 7:05 to 7:25 Pacific time. All the times I quote are in Pacific time. I don't want to do the Eastern time conversion. I'm here in the Pacific time zone, so it's easier. So what we'd be looking for here is ascending support. Obviously, we can't determine that it has it yet because it would need to bounce off these levels and kind of begin to turn around. There's a good chance that it could, even though that the TTM is red, and basically kind of bounce off that. But the volume looks a little low. Is that just me? Is the volume light? Well, the volume is not too bad. Kind of normal. 4,000 and 5,000 contracts per candle. But it doesn't look very rangy, does it? I guess this green candle here put in $3. So there's some ops. It's just looking a little like slow movement. I think today I'll be focused on scalping. It's looking like a scalp kind of day for me. 15 seconds left in this candle. I was looking for a potential short off that, but not now. Yeah, for that exact reason. Okay, new candle forming here. What I'd really be looking for is for like a bounce. So I'm just actually going to wait. I'm not going to take any trades until I see this TTM turn yellow. And once the TTM starts to turn yellow, then I'll take like a feeler trade to the upside. Hang on here. This guy actually crossed over. Oh, that's okay. what's up with the music today? It's kind of weird. Sometimes it just stops. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, chat? Adam, it's good to see you. Let's see. Yeah, I was done before you even started. All right. Then tried to trade last night in the NGMES, the micros, um, and finally the ES, but all three went bad. Okay. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, I don't think you're wrong, Tiny. I do think that there is a bear flag situation. I mean, there's basically a whole bearish move happening really right now. Although this candle is ripping, ripping, ripping. I was looking for that yellow on that TTM. That's exactly why. So I was looking for that like first or second yellow candle on the TTM to essentially take advantage of a move exactly like this. So now we're just going to wait for this to pull back a little bit and go for a long. Whenever this new candle forms, it should already be formed. So I guess I'll be looking for an entry. I'm going to get hyper zoomed in here. That was the entry right there. My TOS is a little laggy today. Took a quick 3 tick. All right, nice pullback there. I'm going to enter right here. Took another 3 ticks. The 2 trades in that same candle. That's why I'm looking for this yellow pop right here. So, who was it? Somebody was commenting on the TTM video, and they were saying that I was taught to take the trades at the yellow of the TTM and not the cyan. He's not wrong. You know, the yellow typically is a little bit more risky in stocks, but on futures, so after he said that, I started thinking to myself, in futures, I'm like, well, in futures, when it switches to yellow, a lot of times we get a huge rip, and so that was earlier this week, and a lot of the week I've been taking trades on the first or second yellow candle, usually the second, and I've been getting really nice trades off the flip on the TTM to the yellow. And then the cyan switch just kind of solidifies that movement, and then you get the move up to the upside past that. 12 seconds left on this, 10 seconds. It's kind of not moving at the moment. We got a hammer candle on the top of this little trend reversal here. So I'm going to wait for this for that next candle to form. And then I think that we're going to see a little pop here. I'm going to move this up to like 6 ticks. Get a little bit more aggressive. I'm going to be looking for a bounce off the 35, which it did come down, tap that for 35. Just kind of kissed it. TTM went from 5.6 to 4.7 to 3.9 to 2.8. So good momentum on the TTM stacking. Okay, nice drop there. I'm not going to take the trade until until it solidifies. So I do think this will pop off this level here, this 36.85, or off that EMA 35, and just pop off that. We got like 5 seconds left on this candle. New candle forming now. Join the bid there. Looking for 6 ticks to the up. All right, we got that. Up 750 on the day in the simulator. And I'm basically, what I'm doing is I'm trading momentum trend reversals. We tend to get one around 730 to 745, which is exactly what we're getting right now. On this, and I've been doing this all week, and this has been incredibly profitable and extremely accurate. Accuracy is around 90% with this. All right. It did rip up through the 50. I'm gonna look for just a tiny pullback here, and join the bid off that pullback. I don't really want to go for 6 ticks though, or do I? Cut it. Basically, that was a break-even trade. So actually, ended up costing us money because the fees. It was because I was on 6. I meant to be on 3, and then it just kind of moved past me. So, yo, what's up with the music today, dude? It's just like some days it just gets kind of like wild. It's just like I don't want to keep on skipping tracks. Maybe gotta reload the page. Let's try that. Some good track anyway. How's my account looking? Well, I've been doing Adam. I'm basically trading sim all week. The reason why is because I've been working on this new strategy that I wanted to take to the evaluation, and I wanted to test it against the simulator, and I've been tempted several times, basically after having 2 or 3 proving days, that I've been tempted to just pull it into the evaluation. But I'm trying to trade through as many market conditions as I can live during my trading window, which is like from 7:30 to 8:30 usually. Maybe sometimes I go to 9, but try to trade through that trade window using this strategy, because by using that strategy, and like I've proven really a lot of the effectiveness of it, um, and I've been able to be about 90% accurate. Now, you remember when we're doing the evaluation, we're still about 80% accurate, like 75 to 85% accurate. But one of the issues that we would come up against is that our losses would be bigger than our gains. And so I realized that I need to be taking larger gains in order to mitigate those losses, because I'm typically a momentum trader. I am a momentum trader when I trade stocks, and I'm also a momentum trader a lot of times when I trade crypto. Um, Although with crypto, I've been switching more to long-term trading, um, just because I find that the profits are better and it's less work. But so I wanted to take this strategy and really kind of refine it all week. And so we've been pulling in close to $1,000 a day on the sim using the strategy at about a 90 to 93 or 94% accuracy rate. So that's what's up with my account. Yesterday was a nice green day. You were up 4% on your whole account yesterday? Dude, that's awesome, man. Can we give this dude some congratulations in the chat? Up 4% on his whole account. Can we like give that dude some kudos there, please? All right, we got that rip. We did get that pullback here. I know I should have been trading through it, but I was talking through it. Joining the bid here. There we go. Nice pop. That was 6 ticks. Up 1,125 on the day off 25 contracts. One of them ended up being a break even. It was kind of an accidental. I should have just honestly held it. But break even is better than loss. So now we're into 36.94, 3,700. This line here, or no, it's 36.95. Be weary of 3,700. So TTM though went from 0.8 to 2.5 to 4.0. Strong momentum on the trend reversal here to the upside. There are 5 seconds left on this candle, so I'm going to wait for this candle to finish and see where we're at. I do think there's good potential for the next candle to pop up even more, but we are getting a red. A little bit of a hammer candle almost. I'll wait for this one. Okay, so here's what we got going for the trend reversal, and here's how we spotted it happening. Okay, so on the reversal, you can see it pulled back down, got this ascending support line here, which is from this 36.70 up to this 36.72. And then let me get zoomed in here a little bit. Then sort of get this U-shaped pattern. But before we got the U-shaped pattern, what we actually got here was the yellow switch on the TTM, where we got this huge green candle, and then as the yellow continued, you can see there was plenty of trade opportunity. Two nice green candles, followed by 2 minute pullback, and then a bounce right off of right here. Let me get in closer. A bounce pretty much off of the 9 moving average right there. Dropped slightly below it by about $1 or so. So, but really bounced off this like 36.85 level. Bounced off that, and then now we're continuing to move up. So this is really the strategy that I've been trading this week. And let me know if you guys want me to make a video that's just about this strategy, because I've had a lot of success with it. Why won't it let me zoom there? I've had a lot of success with it this week, and it's really just like a refinement of my original trade strategies. What I really did was adjust where I'm trading at on the TTM. I'm looking to trade at the very beginning of the trend reversals, not really like as the trend reversals are beginning to play out. So I'm looking to trade at the beginning, like right here off of this candle or the candle right afterwards. And so that's basically what I've been doing. I've also been taking 5 contracts and trying to judge the difference between whether or not we're taking a 12 tick move, or say maybe a 3 to 6 tick move. So that's one thing I've been actively adjusting on a candle by candle, trade by trade basis. Up $100. That's awesome, G. Dude, that's so great, man. I'm very happy for you. By the way, man, hey, dude, if you want to post your good day in the Discord group, we would love and appreciate that. Because frankly, we want to celebrate as much success here as we possibly can. Every time you guys are winning, we're all winning together. And I totally believe and feel that in every fiber of my being. I'm all about you guys winning, everybody winning. That's 100% what I'm about. So by all means, share your results in the Discord group. If you're having a great success, whatever, or even if you need support in any way, just drop that stuff in the Discord group. We'll be there to help you. So we got a reasonable amount of people liking or watching. I would appreciate it if you guys took the time to like. We're up $1,125 today in the sim. We'll be taking this strategy to the evaluation soon. But I just, like I said, I really wanted to trade through every market condition that it possibly could. Took 25 contracts for a grand total of $109 in fees. And our $1,125 profit puts us up 10.16 on the day. Getting a nice bounce off the 35. I love the 35, man. This is one of my favorite moving averages just because it works so well for support and resistance. I'm gonna drop this to a scalp. And we got 5 seconds left in this candle. So I'd be looking for a bounce off the 9 on this next candle here. Got that. I definitely shouldn't have taken a scalp. Should have taken a little bit more of a swing, but hey, you know what? Profit's profit. Up 13.1250 on the day off 30 contracts. Nice, strong, really like this is kind of the perfect push up. I mean, this is like a textbook trade right here where we had 2 patterns to the upside. So we had this one trend reversal here, then and then pull back, and then another pop. So pop one, pull back, pop two, pull back, pop three. Perfect. Okay, three, and then a real pullback, and then a bounce up to 35, and now we're getting another pop of this U-shaped pattern. Perfect movement. Absolutely kind of textbook looking trades. Really, really great right here in this zone. New candle right now. I might be looking for a pullback to like the 9 EMA, like right here off this yellow line, and then a bounce off that. And for the bounce, I'd be looking at it hitting around this level here. It did pull back pretty much exactly to the 9, and now is bouncing. I kind of missed that move. Sometimes you miss moves when you do check analysis. Join the bid here. Although I wonder if I just entered into a FOMO trade. But you know what? Let's make it work for us. I definitely could have got more off that. I think I pulled it down a little too aggressively. But I think we got, what, 125 off that one? Yeah. So we got 2 ticks. We could have got like 3 or 4, but honestly, I think I need to be just at 4 ticks. That way I'm like in between scalp and swing. Base hit. There you go. Good. Here. And my TOS is laggy today, dude. Got another 2 ticks. Up 1,562.50 on the day. Haven't taken a loss today. All green trades. We've taken 8 trades so far at 40 contracts. We had 1 break-even trade. That was our worst trade of the day. So 174.40 in fees. That's our 1562.50. Puts us up $1,388.10 on the day. I'm really liking the patterns that we've been trading. I'm really liking the strategy that we've been using. The accuracy is just insane. The profitability is there. This is a rock solid trading strategy. I do think you would need the 50K account in order to do this. In order to be able to utilize the strategy, basically because I'm taking 5 contracts. Now you could use the same strategy with like a 2 contract account, but I personally like the fact that I can get up to over the $1,000 some odd dollars, because trading this strategy with less contracts, say like 2 or something like that, obviously it would be the same results on a much smaller scale. Smaller scale, less risk. And definitely I would say you would want to practice as you've seen me do this entire week. I've been really dialing in this strategy because I don't want to take that to an evaluation without fully understanding and feeling in my body exactly how this strategy works. I say feeling in my body because when I trade, I kind of go based a lot off feeling and intuition when I trade, and that is developed through repetition of doing the same type of strategy over and over. So let me know, guys, if you want me to make a video on this strategy, because it is as you can see, we're at 100% accuracy today. We're up $1,500 some odd dollars today, and you could use this strategy with less contracts, but I personally like doing it with 5 contracts because I like making $62.50 per tick, because it drives a little bit more incentive, because if you were able to walk away with 3 or 4 ticks, you're still walking away with close to $200, like either like $187.50 off 3 or $250 off of 4 ticks. So you really could do 1 or 2 trades a day and make close to $500 a day. So We have a reasonable amount of people watching still and hanging out. If y'all hanging out, y'all kicking it. Just make sure you like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, and we'll be looking to take this strategy in next week. The other thing I thought about yesterday is just like, okay, should I go into the evaluation tomorrow? And I'm like, no, because tomorrow's Friday, and Friday traditionally for me with trading has been kind of all over the board. And so I feel like I want to try this strategy out on a Friday, because sometimes Friday has low volume or low momentum, or sometimes Friday is crazy. One thing I'm really happy about this being like today on Friday is that the volume is not insane. It's not huge and it's not minimal. It's very average, which is what I want. I'm wanting that average volume because that's making it so that I can actually test this in a real market condition. Okay, nice pop off the 50 EMA. The 35 has not crossed over the 50 yet. If this 35 does cross over the 50, it does give us room for continued play to the upside. There's 5 seconds left on this candle, and this is a pretty big green candle. But if you look on the TTM, we're stepping outside of the Bollinger Band, and we're cooling off. So I'm hesitant to take a trade here just because of these factors here. Now, the chart pattern itself doesn't look too bad. So I do actually think this will pop. We almost got like an ABCD pattern. So here's A, here's the B, here's the C, and then what we'd want to do is see the bounce off this like 35 and ride it on up. And 36.95, this one part right here is kind of our line in the sand. I'm going to make that red or orange. And so I'd be looking for essentially like a green dot on the TTM, or for this to even go red for a second and then switch back to yellow shortly thereafter. High volatility on that candle. Man, I was going to go long there too. Big rip. Turn on 8 ticks, and I'm going to take a swing off of 92. See if we can get the entrance off 92. Okay, entered into the trade. We do have a red dot on the Bollinger Band, and in between cooling and growth here. Cutting it there. Okay, up 1,875 on the day. I cut it a little bit below our trade, but I had put our trade up to +8, so 8 ticks instead of like 4 to 6. So I was taking a little bit more of a swing. This is actually looking nice. We got this, so a couple green candles here, and then this is kind of coming to like a doji almost at the top. This looks like it's kind of poised for a breakout. So do have TTM here kind of stacking a little bit, but with these red dots, I don't know that this is going to play out until it switches over to green. 9 above 12, which has been for a while, and looks like the 35 is potentially crossing above the 50. Let's get in here. Yeah, 35 is like right below the 50, but the 26 is crossing above the 35, so that does kind of leave us in a potential that this move is beginning to come to an end. Now, when it comes to an end, I would be looking for it to pull back and have ascending off this low here. So if I kind of like exaggerate this chart a little bit, you can see that we have this this ascending support line. Oops. You can see we have this ascending support line kind of like forming like that. And so at the end of this move, I would want this to continue to form this support line, which would be like right around here, like around like 3688, 3685 or so. Um, so that's what I'd want to see off the end of this move, like when this move is done. Man, ooh, my throat feels kind of dry today. Hopefully, we're no longer sick. The music's like laggy today, man. It's like taking like 15 seconds in between tracks. It's really annoying me. Um, let's see. Missed a couple of days of practice due to stress. I'm sorry to hear that. Stress is a killer. I'll be back soon on it on Wednesday after the house sitting. After your house sitting gig. Right on. Yes, please. I'd like to see all the strategies out there because they all work. Trader V said Thursday is a good day for me, but sure wasn't yesterday. Typically my worst days are, at least when it came to stocks, was like Thursdays, and sometimes Fridays. Mondays also typically were bad. The worst day, or the best days were Tuesdays and Wednesdays for me most of the time. But that's not really the case anymore. That was a long time ago, and now like with the ES, like trading futures, pretty much every day has been a good day, which is great. And then trading stocks, like man, I had such a hard time trading stocks through July and August, like parts of July and August. Man, I whittled my account down a lot, especially which was really frustrating because I spent most of the year developing a lot of the gains, and I gave back a lot of those gains throughout July in my stock trading account. Um, but but yeah, man. I've just been focusing more on the future side of things because you know I can make $1,800 in a day. Look at that, $1,875. It's just crazy. By the way, guys, if you want to earn funding in the futures market, make sure you check out Elite Trader Funding. These guys are super dope. Great company. Um, Wonderful customer service, and you can actually earn funding all the way up to $300,000. So it was just a crazy account. But you'll actually be able to trade with their money, not your own, which is great. So what happens here is they give you an evaluation, and in that evaluation, if you can hit their profit target um, while following all the rules, which is not that many, which is basically don't lose more than $2,000 on this particular account, um, and you have to trade for a minimum of 5 days, and that's it. And then they'll give you access to that 50K, and you can use their money to trade. I personally think that the 50K evaluation, in my opinion, is one of the best values in the market because they allow you to take 8 contracts in the mini, 80 contracts in the micro, and the price is comparable to the competitors out there. But if you use the link in my description, you'll actually get a lifetime discount. That discount will be whatever the best offer is that these guys are offering at the time. So if they're operating a sale, you can use the same promo code. If they're not doing sales like right now currently, you can still use my discount code and get at least 25% off for life, which is awesome. So the discount code is JSBEST. It's also linked in the description below. But I personally think the 50K evaluation is one of the best evaluation prices out there. And it works on every product here with the exception of the fast track evaluations, because you can see how heavily discounted these already are. The fast track evaluations, these guys are basically like you have a minimum that you can trade and a maximum that you can trade. Like you see right here, maximum of 14 calendar days. So you basically need to earn your funding in 2 weeks with these ones. These are kind of like quick tests, fast track type things. They're a lot less expensive than their counterparts, but you do have the capability of trying to earn this funding for less, essentially. So, but I personally like the 50K valuation. I think it's one of the best values out there in the market. Um, so be sure to check them out if you guys are looking to earn funding in the futures market. All the links to everything is in the description below. This was Tuesday. Mine's Tuesday for sure. It can almost never end green. I like that. I can almost never end green. Never. We never. I can almost never end green. No, wait. What the opposite? What the opposite? You can almost never end red. Always green. Always green. Yeah. Now we're gonna give it so much back. That's a really challenging one. Because like especially for me, because like sometimes I'll be in here and I'm like, okay, well, let's say I entered in a trade like right here. Like I'll have to like go through that pullback and then like wait for it to consolidate and come back. And the time from here to here, like I'm like, oh, this could just fail. Like, am I gonna keep holding this? This is bad risk management. That's like the worst one when I say that to myself. I'm like, oh, this is bad risk management. I just want to be bad. Like you're breaking your rules. But yeah, man, I don't know. It's a hard game. When I was younger in my trading days, and I was trading penny stocks. A lot of times, what I would do is like I would see like patterns and things that weren't really there, and like hold on through it, in hopes that it would like come back. I'm like, oh. It's kind of popping up, not understanding what market makers do, how like market makers will essentially in the pre-market make a stock or two be incredibly enticing looking and like pump that stock up only for it to just sell off really bad during the day. And the idea is intentionally, I actually listened to this interview by a market maker who refused to reveal his name for fear that he would get jet, which is Vietnamese for, and so he wouldn't reveal his name or anything like that. He's like, but this is exactly what we do. This is how it works. We essentially pick a couple of different stocks for people to pile into, and then we pump up those prices, and then during the day we dump them. And that's what our bosses would have us do, because we're essentially like, somebody will call us up and be like, hey, I need $1 billion in the next like X amount of days. And so they like are on that account for the week, and they're working to build up that $1 billion fund for that person. So it's kind of crazy to think about, but there's opportunity in that for us as retail traders. We could choose to be mad about those kind of things, but what's the point? Right? It doesn't. I think that the best thing that we could do is be able to spot that in the charts and be able to profit from it. I think that's the best thing that we do, or just simply avoid those things. I don't know how I got on this topic, but you never know what you're gonna get because it's a wild ride here. All right. Now we're getting that pullback. This is the pullback I was talking about happening after this. This is essentially saying, like maybe about 15 minutes ago, that this move may be over. So we got that A, B, C, D, and then it rejected right there at 36.95, exactly where we talked about. And now we're getting that pullback. And now what we're going to look for is the ascending support line right here. So we're looking for the ascending support off of this. And so that's really kind of where I see the ascending support. It could be a little bit more this way, like out here, because they're not always going to line up exactly. But we're basically looking for it to bounce somewhere in this area, from like here to about here. Okay, so I would be willing to have it go down to 3680 and still call it ascending support. Past that, then I think that we're going to come down and pull lows on the day again. So now what I'd be looking for I'd be watching the TTM, and I'd be looking for the TTM to begin to switch to yellow. We did get the green dots on the Bollinger Band, but you see the volume itself kind of fizzled out a bit. We lost about 1 to 2,000 contracts. We are getting a yellow candle on the TTM, but we're lacking the volume that associates with it. So we definitely need the volume to increase a bit. Because if you look here, I've put this blue line in here, right around 3,500 contracts, and we're basically kind of running into that like each time. We got a couple that are lower. That one's really low. But I wouldn't be willing to take a trade until the volume comes back, and the volume's dropped down quite a lot. So remember, volume is the biggest indicator of volatility. So it's important that we have volume in anything that we're trading. Yeah, no worries, Tiny. I hope you have an awesome weekend too. So sitting up 1875 on the day. A lot of the volume has left the futures market. It's kind of now just hanging out around just like average volume, but we're not breaking above those averages. Falling down some. Like I said, I want ascending support to basically be from like this 3680 or higher. Anywhere in this zone, I'm going to consider ascending support. But I wouldn't be willing to get into a trade until the TTM switches to yellow with some green dots, and we have some increase in volume. The volume is the most important part. Without that volume, there is no trade. So, but that's what I'd be looking for. 1875 profit on the day in the sim. Let's go ahead and calculate what our fees would be. Fees would be $196.20 minus our 1875. That puts us at a profitable day of $1,678.80 on the day in the simulator. I cannot wait to take this strategy to the evaluation. I spent the entire week trading it and refining it and acquainting myself with the strategy. Excuse me. And avoiding the temptation to get this strategy into the evaluation before it was fully cooked. So now that we've spent an entire week trading this, we traded it through ups, we traded it through downs, we traded it through an upward trending week, and today a downward trending day on a Friday, which is typically one of my worst trading days. And we've been able to apply this strategy each and every time with very, very awesome results. Had 100% accuracy today. I will say that our break-even trade, I don't know whether to call that a loss or a win, because it literally was a break-even. It was exactly at zero minus the cost of fees. We took 9 trades today, and yeah, up 1875 off 9 trades. So let's go ahead and do that math. What did we say? We said 1678 or something was our profit. 75 minus 196. It's like 1679 divided by 9 trades. So our average was $186.56 or so per trade. So that's pretty rock solid results. Pretty happy with that. And yeah, gonna go ahead and shut it down there, guys. If you guys are looking to earn funding in the futures market, check out Elite Trader Funding. We've got the link in the description. We'll give you a lifetime discount. I personally like the 50K valuation because it does allow us to take up to 8 contracts with only a $3,000 profit target and a very large $2,000 drawdown. Um, Trade with somebody else's money instead of your own if you have the opportunity to. And Elite Trader Funding gives you that opportunity. But I'm going to go ahead and shut it down there, guys. I love and appreciate all of you optimists. And if you guys want, you can join our email mailing list. That's the top link in the description. But make sure you check out our Discord group. Okay, if you guys want to join a growing community, you see we're very small because we just started this a week ago. But if you guys want to join a growing community of people who are talking about everything from investing to trading, from crypto to forex to futures to stocks to entrepreneurship, building a digital business, like an Amazon business or a YouTube business or any of those types of things. We talk about all that stuff in there, including philosophy and including ideology, other things like that, in order to help you develop balance and rhythm in your trading and in your life, because it's really all about that health, that wealth, and that balance. Health is the ultimate wealth. If you guys know my story, I stand behind that 100%. So, uh, but guys, join that Discord group. We'll see you in there. It is very, like I said, it's very small. But over the next few months, we'll be growing it to thousands of people. So, and it'll be a very, very lively place to be. So get in early. Join us. We've got a great viewership today. I want to thank each and every one of you guys for showing up here. Please like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. All that stuff just helps the channel grow, and it lets YouTube know that we're here providing value and trying our best to help people. I'm going to take one last look at the markets before I go because I don't want to leave things on the table necessarily. Okay, so we broke down below that ascending support, but we're still above the low of the day. Now here's the question: are we going to end up with a double bottom? If we end up with a double bottom, then we'd be looking for trades and trend reversals off of this area here, maybe potentially off of that. But with the TTMs still dropping red, and the volume, really it's the volume that is kind of making me walk away from the day. It's the volume that dropped off. If the volume comes back though, I'd be willing to trade some more. But without the volume there's just not much to trade. And that's honestly how I look at things. Like, without volume, there is no trade. I want you guys to remember that phrase. Without volume, there is no trade. So I want you guys to just remember that and take it to everything that you trade. Forex, stocks, crypto, futures, it doesn't matter. Without volume, there is no trade. So make sure that, if there isn't volume, or if that volume is below average, don't trade it. It doesn't matter what the charts look like, just don't. At least that's my philosophy. I'm not giving advice, not a financial advisor. Please don't sue me, as John likes to say over at Beginner Trading. But yeah, guys, I'm going to go ahead and take off here, and we'll see you optimists on Monday, 7:30 Pacific, 10:30 market time. And we usually trade for about an hour or so. But we'll see you guys on Monday. I love and appreciate you guys. Have a restful weekend. Wait a second. Is Monday Columbus Day, Indigenous Peoples Day? I'm gonna yeah. Monday is the market open on Monday? I think that answer is straight up here. Right here. Is not a day off for most traders. It's a regular day of business in the U.S. stock markets on Monday, October 10th. As equity exchanges stay open on Columbus Day, a federal holiday that also has been recognized as Indigenous Peoples Day. So the bond market, however, takes the day off. So the bond market will be closed on Monday, but everything else is going to be open. So the treasury market's going to be essentially they get a long weekend. Um, but that means we'll be back here on Monday. So we will see you on Monday at 7:30. So much love and appreciation, optimists. Thanks for hanging out. Love you guys, and we'll see you guys then. Peace out.